We are officially streaming. And we are officially recording. We are live. We are live. What up, man?
What up?
Man, what a week. You know? What a
Yeah.
week. What
Busy week.
Yeah. It's making me sign in. KC.
We were live a week ago today.
We were live last Tuesday as well. Okay. Now I can see the chat in case somebody comes in the chat. But
Yeah.
Josiah, what's up, man? How you feeling?
Not much. I'm feeling great.
How you feeling? You good?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Okay.
Feeling great.
Doing great, feeling great. Cool.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and start the podcast, and then we'll just roll from there.
Oh, you mean what we're here for?
Yeah, what we're here for, you know.
Okay.
You know what we're
Okay.
here for. Cool.
Perfect.
All right. Me. Oh, actually, let me take a drink real quick of something that's going to phlegm up my voice.
I never want to hear phlegm up my voice ever again.
That's funny.
I'm just being honest.
Being honest.
Yeah.
I just realized I still have a piece of pie behind me. I was going to eat it while you were getting ready. And
you can snack on that. It's fine.
Snack
People
on that?
understand.
Nah, I won't do that.
The real fans will understand.
Real fans will understand.
Mhm.
All right. Here we go. Hey, welcome to Thy Kingdom Come, we're a podcast where we talk all things Chiefs and NFL. My name's Justin. I'm sitting not with Josiah, but kind of with Josiah. I'm sitting with you, bro. Yeah, we're sitting in the same channel, I guess. You know?
Yep. Same Discord channel.
Same Discord channel, that's right. So, yeah, man, we're we had some stuff happen last week. It was a football game on Christmas.
There was
a football game on Christmas. Kind of crazy.
Was a couple.
There were a couple.
And ours went way better than well, it was a closer game. Not much closer, but it was a closer game.
Yeah, this game was never close, but we'll kind of just touch on some of the things that happened here in a minute. But first, we're going to get to news.
I thought you were going to roll into a sponsor segment. I'm not even going to lie to you. I was like, we have a sponsor?
We're not sponsored yet, buddy.
This is crazy.
We're not sponsored yet. Hey, one day.
One day.
Celsius, sponsor us.
Please.
Celsius, sponsor us. We love you. Ignore Josiah drinking a Monster off to the side.
I haven't drank a Monster while we were recording.
You might, though.
I could, but now I don't want to.
Yeah, because we want Celsius.
Because we
love Celsius.
Exactly right.
All right. So to start off, we got some injury news and updates. First off, news: Chiefs have officially clinched the number 1 seed in the AFC, and we're going to be resting quite a few people this week.
If there was ever a doubt, I mean, as if like,
right. I mean, we had to win one of the last two to clinch it, and yeah, it was quite nice, And who knows? Bills might lose. Well, Bills have officially locked up the number 2 seed, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
And with that, they can probably rest a bunch of people this week as well. So, which they probably will wind up doing. So, both Chiefs and Bills looking to rest some people, and get through. Chiefs have 5 days more rest than the rest of the league. You know, well, I guess not the rest, but then the Bills at least 5 more days rest.
Well, I mean, I don't think anyone in the NFC is going to be resting. Maybe some of the middle seeds, but the top seeds are still competing.
Yeah,
the Vikings and the Lions are still competing.
We'll see probably the Rams rest people because I think they're a lock for the 3 seed. So they'll probably rest people.
What about the Eagles?
Eagles and no, Commanders lost, didn't they?
No, they won.
The Commanders did win. So
they beat the. Can't remember.
Actually, Eagles might rest people too, because I think they might have the lock on the 2 seed.
Yeah, the Commanders beat the Falcons in overtime.
They did. It was overtime. So yeah, Eagles.
Crazy.
Eagles will be probably resting people. So Eagles and Rams are probably going to be resting people in the NFC. Probably Washington as well. Washington.
Maybe we can.
Washington, I don't think will rest anybody because they have a chance to take over the number 5 seed from the Steelers. And honestly, you kind of want to be the 5 seed because then that means you're probably going to be playing the Buccaneers. So there's that. There's a whole lot of stuff that happened in the league, man. Whole bunch of stuff. So, I mean, if you want to know what's happening, who's resting who, you should probably look at the interwebs because we here to talk Chiefs, bro.
That's
true. To talk Chiefs.
I'm so sorry for getting.
We are a Chiefs podcast, and we talking Chiefs. Yeet. So first thing to kind of talk about, we had Chris Jones out on Wednesday. He did not play, and yet we still got pressure on the quarterback. Kind of crazy. DJ Humphries didn't play. Jamari Conner also didn't play. During the game, Mike Pennell went out with a hamstring injury. Something to look at. That's a little bit of a scare considering that Chris Jones is dealing with a calf injury. So 2 of our tackles are currently injured. Not great. Not a great thing. But we do have, since the game, it's 24 days of rest before the next game for some of these guys. So you'll probably see Mike Pennell rest. You'll probably see Chris Jones rest. DJ Humphries probably not going to play. Jamari Conner probably not going to play. Isaiah Pacheco did also go out with a rib injury or ribs injury, so multiple ribs. I think it was like a rib bruise or something like that. So he's probably going to take off this next week. You'll see probably a lot from Samaje Perine and Carson Steele. Next was kind of the people potentially coming back. There were some teases that Rashee Rice might be coming back sooner than later, like might be coming back for the playoffs. Hollywood Brown posted a clock on his Twitter and Instagram, which is the same thing he did 3 weeks before he came back. So, I mean, this is from the time he did it, it's 3 weeks until the next game. Now, Andy Reid did address there is no timeline for Rashee Rice to return. So he said there's no chance that Rashee Rice and Sky Moore come back in the postseason. So, I mean, if he does, though, that'd be kind of crazy. Yeah. That'd be kind of crazy. The next thing we got is who else? Oh, McCole Hardman. So there's a chance McCole Hardman will be returning to practice this week, which allows him to, or not, I'm sorry, he's not coming back to practice this week. He's looking to come back to practice in the next couple of weeks, which is setting him to come back for a playoff run, which is huge, adding more depth to our wide receiver room, which it's honestly like our receiving core has been going nuts the past couple of weeks. So there's that. And then, yeah, man, Justin Watson. I don't know if you saw it. Did you see it?
No, like during the game?
No. I'm sorry, I did say Justin Watson. I'm sorry, during the game. Jalen Watson. Did you see what was posted online about Jalen Watson?
No, I didn't.
So Jalen Watson on Thursday last week was in the practice facility sprinting. So we may get Jalen Watson to come back to be the starting corner opposite of Trent McDuffie for the playoffs, which would be absolutely huge, especially with Shamari Connor being out. Then we could use the other guys to kind of rotate and help with that coverage. But man, that's kind of I'm kind of excited about that. That's really awesome. So we'll see what happens with Jalen Watson, not Justin Watson, but Justin Watson, man, he had a week.
He had a game.
He had a game. Yo, speaking of, let's just jump into that. Let's just jump into the game. The game. Why not? So, to start the game, I was not worried at all. I don't know why, but going into the game, I wasn't worried at all. I just don't know why. Like, there was a few things, like, TJ Watt was back. He's healthy. He was playing. So, you should be scared of TJ Watt. But there's something about Joe Thuney being on the outside at left tackle that has been absolutely crazy. He's been fantastic. So, in the last 3 games, right, with Joe Thuney at left tackle, Mike Caliendo at left guard, Creed Humphrey at center, Trey Smith at right guard, and Jawan Taylor at right tackle, with a short stint of Wanye Morris at right tackle against I think it was the Browns. Or it might have been the Texans. Either way, we have allowed 1 sack, right? Joe Thuney has allowed 0 sacks in the last 3 weeks at left tackle. 0. Mike Caliendo allowed 0 pressures at left guard. Like, this is, it's, bro, like, this is probably what should have happened sooner rather than later. Shout out to Joe Thuney. Joe Thuney, you're a stud. Keep doing what you're doing. But there's that. But to start the game, our key was getting pressure on Russell Wilson, right? Our defense needed to get pressure on Russell Wilson, and man, did we do it early. First drive, the very first play, they gained 7 yards. Crap. Next play, running game, got nowhere. Blown up by Nick Bolton. The next play, Russell Wilson was sacked for 11 yards. And, what the heck? Mike Dan. It's crazy. But he was sacked for 11 yards and fumbled the ball. Right? Like, bro, let's go. Mm-hmm. And it wound up being, they did wind up recovering the ball, right? And they punted.
Still, though.
They punted to us, and then Nico Remigio returned it for 25 yards. So, he technically returned it for, what was that? Yeah, no, he returned it for 25 yards and got into Pittsburgh territory, which was, stinking great. And then we just punched the ball right down the field and scored a touchdown. Our first 4 plays were runs, right? We got to a 4th and 1. It got to 3rd and 1, actually, after 2 plays. And we ran the ball twice with 1 yard to gain, which is what I've been saying we need to do with Kareem Hunt, right? Give the ball to Kareem Hunt and let him cook, man. That man, if you give him 2 downs, he's going to get a yard, at least, right? On 3rd down, he didn't get any yards, but 4th down, he pumped it through for 4 yards. So, shout out to Kareem Hunt. And then, going down, Patrick Mahomes wound up throwing a touchdown pass to Xavier Worthy, of which Xavier Worthy made like a great dive to the end zone to score that on that, score on that drive after a turnover too.
Yeah, right. We were able to capitalize on that.
Yep.
It was good to see Travis Kelce leading in yards and targets and breaking Tony Gonzalez's record.
Bro, we haven't got there yet. We haven't got there yet. I haven't got to his touchdown thing. That wasn't even the next. That wasn't even the next touchdown. What the heck?
Are we going play by play?
No, we're not going play by play. But yeah, it's like the way we did it was methodical, and I was trying. Man, you just. Bro.
Yeah, man. You had a plan. I'm so sorry. You had a plan.
Bruh. This dude over here. Yeah, so I guess we'll jump the script that you don't have.
I don't have and I didn't read.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Even if you did have it, you wouldn't read it.
That's true.
No. So before we jump to Travis Kelce, so on the first 1, 2, 3 drives, the Steelers had a total of 12 plays or 11 plays. I think it was 11 or 12, right? So we were able to hold them. And I guess what was it? 3 of those plays were no. Yeah, so 12 plays, not including a punt and not including the interception. But yeah, man, our defense played really well. Put pressure on what's that dude's name? Russell Wilson. Put pressure on Russell Wilson really well. We got a few sacks.
5.
And our defense, just a few.
Just a few.
I mean, we made turnovers. We won the turnover battle yet again. So we got 2 turnovers. They didn't get any. So it's one of those things where it's like our defense was playing well. Trent McDuffie wound up forcing a fumble from Pat Freiermuth on the sideline when they were driving down the field. And
then I think we scored on that, didn't we?
No, we didn't score on that. We just recovered the fumble. No, we just recovered the fumble. But yeah, we cooked yesterday. We cooked last week. We really did on defense. Our defense looked good, and man, just kind of proud of the dudes for turning it up. Now getting back to the offensive side of the field. Yeah, so let's go to Travis Kelce. So Travis Kelce did lead the team, like you were saying, in yards, receptions, targets. Got that 20-yard touchdown where he was wide open open in the end zone. And like, how do you let that dude get that wide open? I don't know. But he officially passed. I guess. He officially passed. I guess if you're the Steelers, yeah. He officially passed Tony Gonzalez for most touchdowns all time in Chiefs history, or most receiving touchdowns all time in Chiefs history. So shout out to him. He did Tony Gonzalez's like dunk on the goalpost. Got flagged for it, and Tony Gonzalez did say, "Yeah, I pay that fine for you." They had a little back and forth. He said, Tony Gonzalez said, "Congratulations." Travis Kelce said, "Thanks." He said, "Hey, you mentioned something about helping out with the fine." And Tony Gonzalez replied with like, "I got you, LOL." So, kind of fun back and forth. Patrick Mahomes had a day. So everybody's been so worried about Patrick Mahomes not being Patrick Mahomes. He went 29 of 38. He had 3 touchdowns on 320 yards.
That's 76% completion rate.
Yeah.
Like he 0 interceptions.
Against a top defense in the NFL. Okay?
Yeah.
Like easily top 10, if not like top 6 defense in the NFL. Like, although the Steelers have, I think the Steelers have lost 3 in a row now.
Yeah, they've been struggling a little bit.
They've been struggling lately. Lost 3 in a row. They have, I mean, they're fighting with the Broncos, the Chargers for that spot at, what is it, 5th seed, I think. So we'll see who can claim that 5th seed. But right now it's not looking like it's the Steelers. It's actually looking like it's going to be the Chargers that are taking that 5th seed. So yeah, and yeah, that'll be interesting to see how the Pittsburgh Steelers do, like how that pans out. Now, when it comes to rushing yards for us, we only had 69 yards total rushing. I mean, first, nice. Second, like that's not the greatest. We did run the ball 20 times, cool. But you're averaging 1 run to every 3 passes. Not the greatest thing you want to do. So, or 1 run to every 2 passes, I guess it would be.
But whenever Mahomes is on fire, whenever he's throwing and he's cooking, like on the receiving side of the ball,
Well, let's talk about the deep ball, which is back, baby. The deep ball is back.
Yep.
I don't know if you saw it, but it is back. Justin Watson got a 49-yard touchdown reception from Patrick Mahomes, and immediately everybody's going crazy. The deep ball's back. The deep ball is back. So Patrick Mahomes had, I think we had 3 passes of 20 or more yards yesterday, or 3 receptions of 20 or more yards. So that's pretty great. That's, if you're completing ball down the field, I think it was like 3 of 6 down the field of 20 plus yards. So 50% at 20 plus yards is pretty great. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and like we have the intangible presence of like Hollywood Brown and DeAndre Hopkins, because it's like Justin Watson was able to get open.
Yep.
He got like, it was like out of nowhere. It's like, oh, Justin Watson won for a lot of people. He's still on the team, but he's also like one of our most reliable guys whenever it comes to those situations.
Right. Well, and people forget that Justin Watson's not slow.
Right.
Justin Watson is pretty quick. He's a fast guy. He was kind of that utility guy when he was in where is that? Tampa Bay. When he was in Tampa Bay, he was kind of that utility guy. So yeah, it's nice having him on the team. He's got 3 Super Bowls under his name too. Like, he won 1 with the Buccaneers, and now he's won 2 with the Chiefs. Potentially another one. So Justin Watson's played a huge role in a lot of these games, and just getting wide open. Even though he might only have 1 or 2 catches, he still has like several 10 to 15 to 20 plus yard catches. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those two catches put him third in the receiving yards for the day.
Right.
So,
yep, he had the 59-yard touchdown, 49-yard catch, and then an 11-yard touchdown reception on that same drive. So it was kind of crazy. We did have a moment on special teams where Nico Remigio fumbled the ball. Like, the ball popped out, it bounced off a defender, and then went right back into Deion Bush's arms. So that was kind of crazy. That was kind of nutty. So, yeah, man, that was it was on all cylinders. Our defense, our offense, our special teams, they were cooking during that game, right? They were absolutely on fire. And, man, I don't think it could have gone any better. We're still one of a few teams that haven't scored more than 30 points this season. And all the other teams have a losing record. We're the only team with a winning record that hasn't scored more than 30 points.
Well, and it's like we're the winningest team in the NFL.
Right.
It's not like we're 9-7.
Right. And there wasn't a moment in this game, even though there was twice, I think, that the Steelers pulled it within 6. Even with that, I still didn't feel like scared. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I still wasn't worried about us winning at all. So, yeah, it's kind of it's just fun. It's just fun, man. It's just fun. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. Harrison Butker did miss an extra point, but that was on a very silly penalty thrown on Xavier Worthy on his touchdown. So when he got up, he did his little, like, throwing gifts into the Santa's bag and stuff, and then he did something you cannot do, right? He did what they call a violent gesture, which I understand, but he lifted up his shirt and indicated that he might be carrying, right? We'll imagine what you think he's carrying. We won't say it on here because we don't want to be demonetized, even though we're not monetized. So
preemptive demonetization.
So yeah, we're not gonna say it, but we just don't want to. We like our money.
That put Butker in a tough spot.
It put Butker. It was a 48.
In a tougher spot.
Yeah, it went from a 33-yard extra point to a 48-yard extra point.
And this was his second game back.
His second game back.
Yeah, because last time. Second
No, this is third game. This is third game back. But yeah, he so yeah, it was.
So yeah, that happens. I mean, in this game it didn't matter.
Right, this game it didn't matter. And then later it happened again. So where he had to do another 48-yard extra point because Travis Kelce got flagged for the dunk on the field goal post. So it was a 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalty. So they
he hit that one.
Yeah,
right?
He nailed that one. That couldn't have been more center. Could not have been more center. So good on him. It was fun to see. Yeah, so we'll kind of see what else is going to happen over the next couple of weeks, like with people maybe coming back. That'll be fun. But man, this week our guys just showed up and showed out, and I couldn't be happier. It's just Andy Reid came into the locker room dressed as Santa Claus after the win. Did you see that?
Yep, I saw that.
Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes came in wearing Santa clothes. So yeah, it was fun all the way around. It was a fun day. It was way better than Christmas last year when we lost to the Raiders of all people. So shout out to them. Shout out to the Chiefs. Shout out to the Kingdom. We did it, baby. Number 1 seed, Arrowhead Invitational. Here we come. Yeah. So
do we want to talk a little bit about possible playoff scenarios here? Because the 7th seed, isn't it still up for grabs?
I mean, 7th seed is up for grabs, but that requires. So I mean, if our there's a lot that has to happen, right?
Of course.
A lot that has to happen. Miami's still in it, so Miami and I guess the Bengals are on the outside looking in right now, right? So
I mean, I guess next week we'll have everything solidified. But I mean,
Yep.
our matchup is pretty much solidified in the divisional round, because I mean it's gonna be Pittsburgh and Houston, but I don't think there's a way that changes unless I'm mistaken. Maybe
well,
it theoretically could.
I mean, in theory, Pittsburgh can still get the 5 seed, right?
Okay, yeah, that's where they have them now.
That's where they have them now. Well, so Pittsburgh is not winning their division, right? So I mean, Pittsburgh could still potentially be the 6th seed, right? Because the Chargers and Steelers, I believe, have the same record. So I mean, it really depends.
Okay.
It really depends. There are so many scenarios, so many questions. It probably take us like 20 minutes to go through all the scenarios that could potentially happen for this outcome. I mean, maybe we'll touch it in the video outside the podcast. Who knows?
That's possible.
Who knows? That's possible. But all that being said, it comes down to this, right? It comes down to the last game of the season. Yes, we're resting starters. We're going to be on the road in Denver. Even though we're resting starters, we want to win this game. Well, I mean, we still want to win. Like, our goal is to not lose a game. You know, that is not to just lose this game, right? That's not our goal. Honestly, so there's a lot of scenarios. I guess I'll talk a little bit about this scenario. Bengals fans are saying, oh, Chiefs want to lose to Denver because they're scared to see the Bengals in the playoffs. Honestly, I would much rather see us beat the Broncos, the Bengals win, them go to Buffalo and beat Buffalo, because I'd much rather play Bengals than Buffalo. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, I would much rather torch the Bengals. Absolutely walk all over them. Right? We beat them earlier this year at home in Arrowhead.
And that was before they hit all of their struggles.
Right.
I mean, they weren't hitting their stride or anything like that, but they've been struggling.
The Chiefs or the Bengals?
The Bengals.
Well, their defense has.
Playing them. Right.
Their
defense has, and the offense has been, pretty much firing on all cylinders.
But that's the thing is, like, they were all, we can beat the Chiefs. We can beat the Chiefs. We were without our number 1, our number 2, our number 4, and our number 5 receivers at that moment. We were without our starting running back at that moment. Right? Isaiah Pacheco went out. Okay. Yeah. Didn't we have an injury on defense at the time? We had somebody on defense that was injured. I can't remember who it was. I don't remember. Anyways, but like, our offense was the worst form of our offense all season in that moment, right? And they still couldn't beat us. So imagine us clicking on all cylinders now, and you know what I mean? Like, there's no, I don't see a scenario where I wouldn't want the Bengals in the playoffs just because I would much rather face them than the Bills, you know?
Yeah.
Like, the Bills are
Because
a scarier team all the way around. Now, Bills defense isn't looking great either. So who really knows? Who really knows? Right now we're focused on Denver. We're focused on Carson Wentz coming in and getting the start, and watching some of our guys maybe get some reps before the end of the season, going into the playoffs, maybe to see some field time, because you never know what's going to happen in the playoffs. You got to have that next man up mentality, Yeah,
and this is a good game because the Broncos are fighting for their life.
Right.
And so it's going to be against a motivated opponent for these backups to really get some great on-field experience.
Denver's a good team, right? They played our ones really well, right? We struggled at home against the Broncos. We really did. Yeah. It took us blocking a field goal last minute to win the game. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game.
So if you're the coaching staff, how many do you sit? You sit every starter?
No, you can't. You can't physically cannot. There's not enough people on the field, or like on the team to rest all your starters. So the starters you're mainly focused on are going to be your quarterback. You're probably going to take out your top. You're probably going to rest Kelsey, right? Your receivers are all probably going to start because most of them haven't been, like DeAndre Hopkins joined late, right? He didn't play a lot of games with Tennessee, so he really didn't get into the flow of things until like week 10, week 11, right? Then you got Hollywood Brown, who just came back. He's going to, he's only played 2 games. He's going to play in this game. He's going to get him more reps. Xavier Worthy's probably going to play. Xavier Worthy, if there's a player to rest, it's probably going to be Xavier Worthy, right? In the receiving core, because he's played every game this season. So they'll probably rest Xavier Worthy if they rest anybody. You might see Jawan Taylor, who's been kind of nursing an injury on our offensive line. He might take a rest. And we might put in Wanye Morris. You might just have Joe Tooney rest and throw Kingsley or Wanye back at left tackle. I would say if you throw Kingsley at left tackle and then put Wanye at right tackle, keep Mike Caliendo in, maybe throw in Hunter Norzad at center, rest Creed, and then you still got Trey Smith on the line to kind of help out. Realistically, you're probably going to see 60% of the line, of the starters probably still playing this game on the offensive line. Yeah. Defensively, you're probably going to see Chris Jones rest because he's dealing with that calf injury. Probably going to see Mike Pinnell rest because the hamstring injury. You'll probably, Swayze Bozeman's probably going to get some minutes. You'll probably see Nick Bolton or Drew Tranquil rest up. You'll see probably George Karlaftis rest a bit. We might see a little bit more of Felix Ndubuike-Uzomah. Might see a little bit more of honestly Joshua Uche is probably not seeing another snap with the Chiefs. I don't know, maybe he just didn't get it, but he's probably not gonna see minutes. I mean, you never know though. He might. Yeah. My guess is Trent McDuffie probably gets some rest, so you're probably going to start Najee Johnson and Joshua Williams at corners. You might see Justin Reed get some rest, so that's Deion Bush and Brian Cook getting reps. So yeah, I mean you'll see a decent amount of people get some rest, right? I would say in total there's probably going to be like 8 guys that probably don't start. And honestly, if they do, like they're not going to play the whole game, right? Yeah. They'll probably start and then rest in the second half or something like that, Because the last thing you want to do is risk injury. Everybody's like, oh, Chiefs are resting their starters because they don't they want to beat the or they're resting the starters because they want Denver to beat them. That way the Bengals don't get in. That's not. You want to rest your starters so they have rest and they're not injuring themselves in the last game of the season when nothing can change in the playoffs, right? Whether we have one loss on the season or two losses on the season, doesn't matter. Doesn't change the playoff seeding whatsoever. So we're going to rest those guys. We're going to make sure that they're healthy, they're well. And I mean, we'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens. I totally forgot. We're going to rest Isaiah Pacheco too. Isaiah Pacheco's going to rest. We'll see a lot of Samaje Perine. We'll see a lot of Carson Steele. And yeah, we'll just we'll play it by ear with everybody else. But Bill Belichick was on the Pat McAfee show, and he said he hated being the guy to walk in and say, hey, these 5 players are more important than the rest of you. So these 5 players are going to rest. You know what I mean? So
but it's just reality sometimes.
It's just reality sometimes. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is, which is fine. So yeah, we'll keep an eye out on those guys and just see what happens. So when it comes to the Broncos, like this game, like really the crazy thing is, so going into games, we talk about what we're scared of, what we're not scared of. Really that doesn't matter this week, right? That really doesn't matter this week. Now, do we want to see the Broncos in the playoffs? I mean, I wouldn't mind it. That means that they would have beaten probably the Bills or the Ravens, you know? So, I mean, it doesn't bother me one way or another. I would much rather see the Broncos over the Ravens. Ravens have found their stride in the middle of the season, and they've just been cooking. You know what I mean? They've been cooking the past few weeks. They beat the Steelers. They beat Houston, 2 other playoff teams, and I mean they're just rolling, right? They're just rolling. So that's a team you probably don't want to see. So I mean, Denver beats the Ravens in Baltimore, by all means. Like let's meet the Broncos. You know?
Yeah, because like you're saying, if the seeding stays the way it is, they would have taken out Buffalo and the Ravens, which are our biggest threats.
Yeah.
So that's only if everything stays the way it is, but that would be huge.
Be huge,
especially if we beat them with our backups.
Yeah,
and
they're fighting.
Backups, they're out of the playoffs.
Yeah, if we beat them with the backups,
or if it's close with the backups, if it's close, and then we still meet them.
It says a lot. Well, and like let's be honest. Let's talk. Carson Steele is not a slump, man. He's not a slouch. No. Before he got injured in Philly, Philly was the best team in the NFL. And then Nick Foles came in and took over and won a Super Bowl with the Eagles. And Carson Wentz is a guy that you want to have on your team, but you would hate playing against him, right? He's that guy. If you're on the other team, you don't like him. But if he's on your team, you're like, yeah, we like that guy, right? He's going to give his all for the team. He's going to make sure that he's fighting just as hard as you are for him, you know, so...
Well, and he seems to understand his role in the team and not take it personally. Like he's like whenever Mahomes was questionable, he was just like, "Look, I'm taking reps, but the goal was to have Mahomes start. Yeah, like he'll probably start. Like that's just the kind of guy he is, and he's totally fine with that.
Yep.
Because he just wanted to. It seems like he wants to be in a winning culture and win a Super Bowl maybe and do his part.
Win a Super Bowl with 2 different teams as a backup. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? And like, I mean. If there was one, so I would put Carson Wentz. Honestly, he could probably start for 16 teams in the NFL right now.
Yeah, and do it confidently.
There's a lot of teams that are having trouble at quarterback. A lot of teams, and I would put Carson Steele, dear Lord, Carson Wentz above all of them. I mean, Carson Steele, I might even put above some of those guys at quarterback. Yeah. So. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. This game doesn't matter to us. It matters to Denver. The only reason it matters to us as Chiefs Kingdom is because we hate the Broncos. We hate the Broncos. So we're going to take ourselves to Arrowhead Northwest and try to put the smackdown on the Broncos, right?
Yeah.
Broncos have not beaten us in Denver. Well, did they beat us last year in Denver? I can't remember. But
they did. I believe that we lost to the Broncos.
Okay, hold on. I'm looking up
last
Denver.
Year. And I remember it being kind of a surprise. Was it our first? It wasn't our first loss, I don't think.
Okay. So, let's see.
Maybe it was.
Broncos Chiefs matchups over last 10 years.
So our first loss came in Week 8 to the Broncos, and we lost.
Yep, we did.
24-9.
Yep. So, that's right. So it was 2 weeks after we
second loss. Sorry, we lost to Detroit Week 1. Remember?
It was 2 weeks after we played them in Arrowhead. So we beat them there. But let's go back. Before that, we had won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in a row in Denver before last season. We had won 8 in a row in Denver. And that includes Peyton Manning's last year. But they were resting. They were resting starters that year. Denver was. So but yeah, it's going to be a game, man. That's Arrowhead Northwest. The what do I call Vegas? Vegas is like Arrowhead, like Midwest or Central West, I'll call it. And then the Chargers SoFi is Arrowhead Southwest. I mean,
all of our other stadiums are out west.
I know, right? It's crazy. We win. Like, honestly, those teams in the last decade, or since Mahomes come on to the Chiefs, those teams have beat us more in Arrowhead than they have in their own stadiums, which is absolutely insane.
Wow.
So, but yeah, man, we're gonna pick it up. We're gonna kill it. We're gonna have fun. It's gonna be a fun game, man. Like, you go in with no expectations, and then anytime you like something good happens, you get up and you celebrate it.
You get to enjoy it.
I'm gonna love seeing our guys on the sideline, just being like cheering on the guys that don't get playing time, cheering on the guys that make big plays that don't normally get a chance to make big plays. So I'm pretty pumped for it, and we'll see how it plays out. We'll see if Denver can actually hold tight, hold true, and yeah, man. I'm not worried about it, obviously. I'm just hoping that some of the guys that have to play don't come out with injuries, you know? So that's the big thing, because Denver's going to be fighting, right? Denver's going to be fighting for a chance to make the playoffs. So, yeah, man, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It's going to be a good game.
Going to be a good game. Good game. You got anything else, Josiah?
No, I don't.
All right, cool.
Excited for the playoffs.
I'm excited too, man. I'm excited too. Oh, look, what up, KU Thunder? What up, man? But yeah, so we're live in case you guys didn't know. So this is going to be the end of the podcast portion. We're going to stay on live and just kind of chat about other stuff. And we'll for the video, for the YouTube channel, for the podcast. Until next time, guys, thy kingdom come. And that's that. That's a wrap on that part.
Wrap.
It's a wrap. So yeah, we'll let's see. We I don't want to talk scenarios yet, because I kind of want to look into everything before we talk about it. So maybe we record that a little bit later this week if we got time.
That's fine.
Live for the game? Nah, we haven't figured out the live for the game thing yet. I want to kind of get it nailed down before we kind of go. So our game is Sunday. Hold on. What time are we playing?
Yeah, happy you can make it in, KU Thunder.
Yeah.
I know last time you weren't able to. It was Christmas Eve, so
right.
totally
Christmas
get it.
Eve. So
What are we doing on Christmas Eve making a video, like
right, Sunday at 3:25. So
Sunday at 3:25? Okay.
yeah,
I mean,
Sunday at
we
3:25.
could, it'd be if we really wanted to. I don't know what Deontay's doing, but we could
Yeah.
use the Broncos game as like a dry run, and then if we watch the playoff games together,
Right.
that would be really cool. But I get it; people get together for that kind of stuff. So
Well, and I don't want to like if we do it, I want to do it in a. I want to do it as good as we can, right?
Of course.
I want it to be excellent. I want to be able to put the score on the screen. I want to be able to I want it to be entertaining for other people, right? So give video graphics, give like visuals for people to look at, be able to pop things up. So which I might take like us learning in the off season how to do kind of that some of that stuff. Like I understand how to do it, but operating it might be a little more difficult. I mean, we do have essentially a couple of weeks to figure it out before the first playoff game if we wanted to do it for the first playoff game.
And if we all got together and I could do what we did for the draft, where you guys are on screen and I can do the score live and maybe have some of those elements that I can manage.
Right. Oh no!
As long as we could get together.
I unplugged my headphones. I can't hear.
Oh well, he can't hear me. That's probably a good thing. But yeah, no, I think it's a great idea. It would be so much fun. Challenging, trying to figure out everything, but it'd be a good challenge.
Well,
and he's really struggling right now.
Hold on a second. I gotta find my.
He is really struggling.
Gotta find my stuff. This little piece popped out of my headphone jack. So I gotta find another adapter. Uno momento, por favor.
You can have all the minutes you want. Yeah, for those who just hopped on, Justin is having a mental breakdown over some headphones. And we just finished recording the podcast, and we're going to roll into Picks of the Week as soon as he gets his crap together. So, yeah. This week's game's going to be good. Almost feels, no offense to the Broncos. This almost feels like a preseason game, though. Just doesn't matter too much. We can just kind of relax. Not going to affect our playoff standings. And get some backups to, be able to make some good plays and get some experience. Yes. Please hit like and subscribe. Thank you, KU Thunder.
Found him.
I've already liked the stream because I support us. Oh, you found him. Look at that. I am subscribed. In case anyone was wondering.
Yeah, like and subscribe. We don't say that in the videos enough. I always forget to say that.
Yeah, we don't we're bad at self promotion, I feel like.
we just like
we do a lot
talk.
of work behind the scenes.
Just do a lot of talking.
Just like to talk. We do a lot of talking, and sometimes people like to listen, so but yeah, no, we'll work on a live format for the playoffs and stuff. Definitely next season we should have everything nailed down. This off season is going to be interesting because we started the podcast in the off season, and so now that we've had a full season under our belt, it's going to be, and we have our production set up, we have our schedule down.
Yeah, it'll be
that'll be cool.
Yep. I mean, we've got fancy things like I can do this,
Yeah, dude.
But when we're both talking in the podcast, it's hard to switch back and forth because, I mean, honestly, we're both talking. Like, I want to see your reaction when I'm talking. So
that's fine.
I'm sure other people want to see it too.
Good.
But like for intros and outros, I should probably switch, hey, since I'm the one doing most of it. But although seeing your face during some of that is hilarious.
Yeah.
Absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's see.
Picks of the week now, I think.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Dang it! I didn't do it again. I forgot to get the graphic. I didn't do the graphic.
Oh.
I mean, I could. You know what? We could just do something like this, and I mean,
his social security number's on there.
I can have. I mean, we can just do the picks of the week graphic together. We can do it together on the
Photoshop
live.
tutorial with Justin.
It's Photoshop tutorial with Justin. All right. So let's just close out of these two things.
We're gonna lose. Trying to get a few of my friends in here. However, I went out for a bet versus Denver. No starters. I get that. I do. Like it's.
Yeah.
Look. Why would you take a stress-free game and make it stressful by putting money on it?
Right.
You know.
Doesn't make sense.
Like I definitely get it if it was a lock, but like you're saying, we don't have our starters. A lot of them. We will have some starting, but.
Right.
So I mean, it's just relaxing. It's like another bye week almost. Again, no offense. But
no offense.
No offense to the Broncos because
how did I do that?
They're playing fairly well.
I did something silly. Okay. We're gonna have to create it from scratch. Gonna create it. Hey, oh man. Hey, we're gonna have some fun. Honestly, it's not gonna take too long. I know exactly what I gotta do, so it's gonna be fairly simple.
This is gonna be so confusing because I just saw someone join and then leave.
hey, we're doing a tutorial. Come on in.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I could
behind the scenes.
I could do. Hold on, let's where's my OBS? Let me drag my OBS to the other screen so I can see it. I mean, I could do that. Oh, I forgot I did that. Look at that. Isn't that cool?
Fade in, fade. Yeah.
The tons. But instead of doing the tons, look at this. That's my old gaming one. Let's hold on, we got this.
You do TKC, Justin?
We got this, bro. Yo, I'm ready to go. You wanna know how I'm ready to go? Boom.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, he can't see it.
Is anyone
he can't see it. Let me drag it here.
I can see it.
You can see it, but he can't.
Who's he?
Yeah.
What? Who's he? Who's this mythical he?
The KU Thunder guy.
Oh, well, I'm watching the stream right now.
Right. Well, I drug it to the other screen, but when I do this, he can't see it.
I see. Yeah. Well, does anyone have any predictions for this week or playoffs or anything like that?
Any playoff scenarios?
I get it. It'd be on the record if you said something, so I don't blame you if you don't want to say anything.
Right. Existing web.
But that's what we do every single week, and most of the time I'm wrong because I know
most of the time, all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna drag it down just a little.
It's crazy. It's already the playoffs.
Yeah, it is. Drag that to there. Drag it to there.
Yeah, he said he can see.
There we go. Yeah,
Come on,
well,
Justin.
he can. We can see it now because I just did it.
Okay.
Well, I guess if I'm lying, no, never mind. Don't listen to me, bro. I don't know what I'm doing. I just work here.
I'm saying.
I just work here.
Hey, look, it's all good. It's all good.
Cool. So we're gonna take this color. It's not gonna be green. So for our picks overlay, blue.
Please bring your friends. Yeah.
Bring your friends.
We can, especially if it's
Gonna pattern overlay this. Oh, leaves, not cool. We want grass. We're gonna choose this because football, turf, right, and then we're gonna color overlay it to
lower. KU said lower box left.
Lower box left. What about lower box left?
That's all I got.
Yep.
Lower box left.
This
is kind of interactive. This interactive tutorial. This is good.
Yeah.
See what the fans want.
See? So we got blue overlay, right?
What people like. Yeah.
Blue overlay. Cool. Now what we're gonna do is
NFL picks.
Yeah. So we're gonna take this. We're gonna make square. So we want it to be here.
This is just crazy. I think this is so funny.
What is? What, me doing this?
You come into a sports football podcast.
Yeah, man.
And you get Photoshop tutorial, which look, people say that, football experts, they're just dumb jocks. That's not true. That's not true at all.
Hey, we have to know how to do this in
We're
order
fairly
to
smart.
do the podcast.
We can't pay anyone. We can't pay anyone to do this, so we have to kind of be.
We gotta do it ourselves.
We gotta be resourceful.
I know my round. So I've done this so long. It's I know exactly what my like dimensions and stuff are.
You've been crushing it. We have like 240 videos now, something like that.
Yeah, it's nutty. Although we haven't done shorts in the past couple of weeks.
Yeah. Which we're gonna start posting on Instagram as well.
Yeah.
Those are gonna be on Instagram. Yeah. That way we're on multiple platforms.
We're gonna pop it in the middle there. I'm gonna copy and I'm gonna duplicate this. Duplicate that layer. Okay, and we're gonna drag it over here.
Perfect.
Boom. Got those lines. Oop, I'm too far to the right. There we go. There we go. Now we're going to take that and this. We're going to merge those shapes so they're one. Now we're going to drop shadow. See, look at that. We're going to bevel and emboss. Make it a little rounded.
Bevel and emboss.
Look at that, man. Look at that.
Look at this. Yes. Yes. Right? No, hey. I do notice the difference. I do.
Hey. Huh? Look at that. Would you look at it? Just look at it. Now something that's kind of crazy with this to make all this happen is we're gonna have to save as here, and then copy and paste it over to something else. That way we can flatten the image to get rid of the green boxes. So it's kind of
You can, KU, you can watch us in VR.
He said, "Well, heck yeah, you can watch in VR."
I've never considered that. I don't know why. You want to watch? I mean, that's totally fine. Do it. I mean, yeah. I mean, however you want to watch, it's good with me. That's pretty cool.
I'm gonna eat some pie while I do this. All right.
2 pool tables. Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yep, essentially 2 pool tables. You got it.
Exactly.
Exactly like that. All right.
Square pool tables would be interesting. Only 4 pockets?
NFL Week 18.
Man, last week of the regular season.
Yep.
Well, do you know you and Deontay's record is the question?
I actually don't. I don't know our record.
Next week we definitely need a final count, and there has to be stakes. But he's not here to. I think the stakes were stakes, right?
Stakes was stakes. Yep, stakes was the stake.
Okay.
I feel like 24 is too small. Let's go in the middle. Let's do 30 even. Yeah, 30. That's fine.
Sure.
So we got this.
If it's 29-31, I didn't really.
What?
I'm not gonna notice the difference.
No, it was 36, 24, and 30.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
I would probably notice the difference between those.
Yeah. You just weren't watching. That's fine.
No. I was too busy looking at the bevel.
Should I bevel and emboss that? Should I bevel and emboss that? What do you think?
I think you...
Bevel and emboss or
I think you should, and I think
emboss?
you should start saying that in your everyday life.
Bevel and emboss?
I'm about to bevel and emboss my lunch.
That's stupid. That's stupid. All right. I don't know if I want the bevel and emboss. I don't want it. Don't want it. Okay. So there's that. Now we have to... we can get the records. Let's do... Before we do that, though, we're going to need... No, we're not going to need that. We want to open... Let's do PSD graphics. Matchup template. Look at this.
Of course. Oh.
Now we got the matchup template here. What I do is, so I will have this here on the side. I think you guys are seeing all the things I have. Look at all the. I go so deep. I have so many folders. Of
Just
things.
don't. Yeah, there's just one folder on there I would recommend you do not click on.
What's that?
It says photos to girlfriend. I don't know what that means.
Joke's on you. I don't have a girlfriend.
Joke's on you. It's even more depressing than you think.
All right, so here we go. We're gonna get rid of that and get rid of that. We need to pull up on the other menu. Pull up the.
You guys see all the work he puts in, and it still looks like crap.
You suck. Suck a butt, bro.
No,
suck a butt. Do it your dang self, then, man. Do it your dang self.
I'm so sorry.
You're not sorry.
I don't know.
You're not sorry. Don't you? Oh, actually, hold up. Time out. First game. I can keep that.
Oh, see, that looks good.
I can keep that.
No, Justin, whenever I talk to people about the podcast, they're always just like, who does the thumbnails? I'm like, Justin does the thumbnails. They're like, no, he doesn't. Yes, he does. He does the thumbnails.
I do the
And,
thumbnails.
like, my brother was like, he's really into YouTube. And he was like, dude, this is like high level stuff. Like if you kept it at this level for like at least a few thousand, 10,000 subscribers, like you would be.
So we got the Browns here.
Pretty much out there.
So we got the Browns. Boom. Okay.
This is pretty fast.
Oh, yeah. So then when I do,
yeah.
I just take that and I pick one of the colors. The team, 3 and 13.
Down by 18.
We down by 18. Uh-oh. He's talking KU. Hold on. Pulling it up. Yikes.
Pulling it up as well.
Yeah. Kansas is down by, 16 now.
Playing West Virginia?
Yeah. Mountain Mama. Jeez. Yikes. And they made a... Oh, my gosh. They just scored again. Shoot. Yeah, KU does this sometimes. What is that you ask? Suck. Like when we should be good, like we suck sometimes.
Oh, they just can't put it all together for a game.
Right. 11-5 for the Ravens. Baltimore are...
So this is going to be an ignorant...
Hold on, time out. Look at this. Look at this right here.
What
You see that?
I'm sorry. I can't see it in Discord.
You can't see this in Discord?
It says a 13, 17, 13 and a half? Oh.
17.5 point favorite, bro. Like, that's nutty.
Dang, bro. So this is a basketball, like college basketball term semantics question. Since there's not 4 quarters, there's 2 quarters. Do you call it the first half and second half?
They're 2 halves. They're 2 halves in college basketball.
They're 2 halves. Okay.
Yep. Men's college basketball, there are 2 halves. Women's college basketball, there are 4 quarters.
Okay.
Don't ask me why.
Yeah. I just want to make sure I'm calling it the right thing.
Okay. This is going to be on.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell, I am not a sports ball person by nature. But like I didn't grow up playing many sports.
The fact that you called it sports ball says a lot.
Sports ball. It's a catch-all term.
You're a catch-all term.
I've gravitated towards football as I've gotten older, but I never played it. Like besides like backyard football.
Quick export is PNG. Now we got to go here. We got to go raw. We got to go graphics. We're gonna add a folder. New folder. We're going to call it Week 18 Matchups. Boom. We're going to jump into this.
I just keep seeing people come in and then leave.
Cleveland.
It's just so
Cleveland.
funny.
At
So funny.
Baltimore. Yeah. I mean, what do you want from me, man? What do you want from me?
No, I think it's great, man. The real ones are gonna stay.
Yeah, what do you want from me? I mean, it's
got
like
number 15.
there's football stuff on the screen, you know? Like, so it's not like I'm lying.
Yeah. Number 15. Are you talking about somebody on the who's number 15 on the Jayhawks?
No, I think he's talking about Patrick Mahomes, bro.
Patrick Mahomes? Okay, sorry. We went back to football. I was like, was he talking about Patrick Mahomes or are we talking about someone?
No, we're talking about Patrick Mahomes.
Good. Yeah, we do have number 15.
Yeah, we do.
And that's all we need.
That's all we need, baby.
You get Mahomes at the right time in the playoffs. You start him against the Bills and nobody else. We're winning the game.
Okay, next we've got
We're
the
winning the game.
Bengals at the Steelers. Okay, so we got that.
Are the Bengals really 3-13?
No, I haven't done it yet.
Okay.
Jeez, bro.
I was about to say something went seriously wrong since the last time I saw their record, which was like last week.
No, what are you talking about last week? It was like an hour ago.
Did we look at the record?
You did?
Oh, I don't know if I looked at their record. I looked at their standing.
Got it.
And I wasn't paying attention to the record. Okay, so they're 500.
Yes.
So they could have a winning season.
Right, if they have a... Yeah.
So, I mean...
They just have to not suck.
Yeah. Specifically the defense.
Right, which I don't think that's going to happen. All right, so Cincinnati's actually favored by 1.5.
Well, with the way the Steelers have been playing, like...
Yeah. Oh, no, I did something wrong. Dang it, I got to go back. So I'll do this. So when I realize that I mess up, watch. Watch what I do. I do this. This is 48.5. 8.5. This is going to be the same thing. This is going to be 7 p.m. So we got this right. Oh, that looks right.
Yep.
So file, export, quick export is PNG. This is going to be Cincinnati at Pitt. Okay, so now we got to undo a bunch of what I just did. So notice the over-under here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now just 17.5. Done. File.
Nice.
Export quickie.
That's pretty efficient.
Yeah. Yes. There you go. That's fixed.
Hollywood going to produce in the playoffs? We talked about this on the podcast a little bit. I think that I don't know what Justin thinks, but his targets and his catches haven't been like, crazy, like, number one type of stuff, but
I don't
just his presence on the field.
He's not running as many routes.
Yeah.
As the other guys, because he's still trying to get back into it, but
he just got back.
Yep.
And I think that him being out on the field is allowing for things like the Justin Watson play to happen and Xavier Worthy to keep, producing and stuff like that. So I think he's doing enough production, but I would absolutely love if he just ran down the field and got a touchdown. Like, that would be huge.
Yeah.
Of course, we'd love to see it. I think that he has the ability to.
Yeah. So Patrick Mahomes, since Patrick Mahomes isn't starting this week, I think they're going to try to do a lot of deep routes with Hollywood this week to kind of test the waters. And get his feet under him, you know what I mean? So I think we'll see a bit of that.
Against a real motivated team, yeah.
Right.
But the stakes aren't that high.
Man, I really want a steak. Okay, so we're going to...
You want a steak? Well, hey, we should really have been writing these down.
Yeah.
I could ask, when was the last time you had the final count between you two? Do you remember?
The video last week.
For a while.
The video last week.
Last week you had your full totals?
Yes.
Okay. I may go back and try to find that.
Here, I can actually hold on. We can tell you here. Let's go here. Actually, no, I need to stay there. We'll go here. Images, cutouts, overlays.
Yeah, but Hollywood is an interesting question because again, it's kind of like asking, is Kelsey going to produce? Well, yes, he can, and I think that it's not his fault whenever it doesn't happen, but whenever he's out on the field, there's a reason why.
So I
other
was
people are getting...
one game ahead of Deontay going into last week.
Oh, that's so close. Okay. Okay.
ATL.
Then I can.
8-point favorites. 8. Yeah, if you wanted to work on that while I do this real quick.
Yeah. So
how much time do you have?
Send you his.
He has not.
I don't have to be anywhere till like 7.
Okay, got it.
So.
Your wife's just giving you free reign to do whatever you want. Okay, this is going to be Saturday.
I mean, Justin's bet a couple times. Hopefully, you're fine with saying that. But I don't have any experience with betting. So I'm just not confident enough in my ability.
He's saying bets off. Like all bets are off. Like letting Hollywood Brown cook.
Oh yes.
Jeez,
yes.
Man. This is why we don't let him talk on the podcast, KU.
We were talking about bets before. I have a one-track mind, I guess. Does it happen with number 15 as well? So
you have a one-track mind or a one-track mind? Okay.
One-track mind.
Not like a Star Trek?
No. No, not like a...
All right. So file exports.
Yeah. There's no...
Yes. This is going to be... Carolina at Atlanta. There's a lot of are all of these games division games? Division game.
I mean, yeah.
Division game.
I mean, the biggest game of the week is the division game.
Division game. Yeah, these are all division games.
That's insane.
Division. Yep. They set it up to where all the games this week are division games. That's crazy.
So do you want me to try to get Deontay's picks?
Yeah, if you can message him and be like, hey, can we get your picks real quick for the week? That'd be dope. All right, where's the commies at?
The commies?
Yeah, Washington Commanders.
Oh. They are kind of, they're not red and yellow, but they're close.
Did I delete the Commanders logo?
I don't see it anywhere.
I think I did. Trash. Okay. So I might have important files in my trash bin. I might have to go here for this.
No problem, KU. We appreciate you being in here, talking to you. It's good to be talking live.
I might actually have some documents in the trash bin.
For you and Justin's sake, go KU. I don't have a stake in this. I know that Deontay's Mizzou, but
Saturday night's all right.
I'm definitely not rooting for West Virginia, so go Jayhawks.
Saturday. Where's the Commanders logo? Yep, right there.
I'll start with my record, and then...
There it is. I did delete it.
Well, that's okay.
Okay.
So let's look at the full scoreboard. I did not do well this week. I know I didn't.
Man.
So I got this one.
I hate when KU doesn't do good. It makes me upset. All right.
Oh, I did pick the Chargers. I thought I picked the Patriots.
I think I picked the Chargers too.
I picked the Broncos.
Done.
Dude, that Broncos game was crazy.
Who'd the Broncos play again?
The Bengals.
Oh yeah. Yeah, dude, there was a lot of
That was wild.
Yeah. Somebody should lose their job over that game.
Yeah. So, the Raiders beat the Saints.
Yes. And I think I picked the Saints. No, I picked the Raiders.
I did too.
I think I picked the Raiders.
And the Giants beat the Colts.
Yeah, the Giants beat the Colts. That screwed things up. I picked the Colts for sure.
And I picked the Cowboys to beat the Eagles.
Yep.
Oh, man. This might be my worst week so far.
Right. Yeah, the Eagles. No, Eagles aren't going to rest anybody this week. I don't think. Wait.
Oh, really?
Well, no, they are. Yeah, they are. Hold on. Yeah, because they have the 2 seed locked up. Okay. Who's winning here? Where are we at? There we go.
I picked the Lions, right? I think I picked the Lions.
Washington.
So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wrong.
Jeez, so you went 10-6.
Yes.
CBS. No, this is Fox.
But luckily, my record doesn't matter.
Sunday noon. Yeah, here we go. File.
My record doesn't matter. Okay. And Deontay sent you his picks last week, right? So we can go back through his.
Yeah.
You share it with me. I can go through that. You guys are 1 game apart. That is insane.
Yeah. Yeah, the odds of that being a thing is kind of crazy.
Yeah. Well, and you guys have had some pretty hot takes. Like Deontay, there's been a few weeks where Deontay just went crazy.
Yeah. Yep.
And then there was like 1 or 2 where you went crazy as well. Okay, so Chiefs over Steelers, Ravens, correct, incorrect.
Wait, where's my Week 18 matchups?
Incorrect.
What is happening right now? You saw me create a file for Week 18 matchups, right?
Yeah. So he got 11 right. He went 11-5.
Okay. Saturday night's alright. Saturday night's alright. I can't find my Week 8. Wait, what happened? What just happened? Quick export as PNG. What is going on? My Week 18 matchup folder is not there. What happened?
Oh, he may have only gotten 10 right as well. Chiefs, Ravens.
Yo, I don't know where.
Bengals, Rams. Pick the Jets. Saints. Pick the Colts. Cowboys. Buccaneers.
You saw me create a folder for that, right? I saved 3 things.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Hold on.
Vikings over Packers. Yeah, I think
That's
he only got
5.
10 right. crazy. Him and I have the same record. So this gives you an opening here.
Oh. There. What is happening? Dude, where is it at?
So you're talking about the ones you just made, right?
Yes. The folder's not there anymore.
You saved them somewhere.
Yeah.
Because you...
No, I saved them here. I went raw, then we got to go graphics, then we had all these. I was like, then we got to make this.
Did you name the files?
Yeah.
Anything? Can you search for them?
Yeah, and they're not popping up like this. So if I go here, you know what? We're just going to go here. We're going to search for Cleveland. Oh, no. Cleveland at... Or I do versus. Nope. At Baltimore. No. They're nowhere.
So what happens if you try to save this one? It should save to the folder, right?
Right, but it pulled up a completely different folder.
Yeah, I don't know.
And like when I look here, like there's nothing. Like
there's something going on with your computer, I think. Or with Photoshop. Just freaking out.
Yeah. Wait a second. File open. No, I had to. I'm about to say. Nice, all right.
So for those popping in,
yes.
Justin's computer has come alive and has decided to.
I am extremely angry right now. Like, anger is boiling inside of me.
No, I don't blame you.
No.
This was your baby. You built this thing, and now it's
close out.
Disrespecting you.
You know what? We might have to stop the stream, and I might have to record or like restart the stream. I might have to restart the computer.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, like the folder's gone, man. Like,
yeah,
I don't know what else to do. Like, there's no history of the folder even existing.
Even in your recent files, they're not there.
It's nowhere.
Down
like
there?
I went to my desktop, my desktop, and searched it. Nowhere. Home, searched it. Nowhere. Like nowhere.
Recent files, yeah. Wow. Wait, could it be in temporary files somewhere?
Where?
Like a temporary folder.
Where would
where it's
that
like
be?
A project folder essentially. I don't know. It may have to be maybe in the
well,
Photoshop
if I'm
program
searching
files.
if I'm searching from here, it
would
here,
search for that.
Like from the home, and I search the file name, it would pull it up if it's anywhere on the computer.
Yeah. Yep. No, you're right.
I know I'm right, Josiah. I know I'm right. See, I told you, like, my computer does stupid things sometimes.
It's true. I don't know what the deal is.
That's nuts. I might have to.
Okay.
I might.
Yeah, go ahead and do what you need.
Yeah, I might have to work on this.
We'll be back.